What's up, everybody? Welcome to another live stream for 5 Idiots Talking Toys. I'm Shane, and we're here on a Sunday night as usual. We are live tonight, which is always fun. We sit and record with each other every Sunday night, and, we have to kind of do things over sometimes. Sometimes we're, chatting in between clips about what we're going to do on the show. Sunday nights when we're live is just a lot of fun. We get to log in. Just go live. We'll do it live. And whatever happens, happens. And it's always a lot of fun. No editing. We just go. So we're here live on Sunday night. You can go to 5idiotstalkingtoys.com for all of our links to our socials, our merch shop. You can get a hat, t-shirt, a mug. You can also support the show. If you're a fan of the show, we would appreciate it. It's patreon.com/5idiotstalkingtoys. All the links are just below in the description. Thanks for hanging out with us here on YouTube. If you know anyone who's a fan of the show and they are not aware that we're live tonight, please send them a message. Get more people in here. Let's have fun. Let's chat. Let's talk and have some good questions. Let's bring in the boys now. The one who is always last shall be first tonight. Charles is joining us. From Long Island.
You picked me first. Thank you.
Yeah. What do you got on your shirt? Oh, 5 Idiots. I couldn't tell at first. Nice.
This one's you.
That one's me. Okay.
Yep.
Who's the one that's dizzy on the side there? Somebody's dizzy.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
That's Brandon.
Oh, Brandon. Okay. Speaking of, let's bring Brandon in. Brandon, are you dizzy or not yet? How far into that 3 fingers are you of Glenlivet?
Not that far in yet.
All right. He's got a ways to go. John, coming from the deep, deep south or the north of the south of Georgia, is here with us. Hey, John.
Hi, guys. How's it going?
Is there anybody else we should bring in?
He's way too busy selling stuff. So I don't think he's going to make
it. So busy. Christopher is coming to us from 8 minutes down the road from Charles.
What's up, guys?
Chris, how do you have time for this tonight?
Shane, I'm really busy, but I'm gonna give you guys like a half an hour tonight, okay? So
and then you have to get back to packing boxes.
I have to get back to packing boxes.
You won't make it through the whole thing then, because we'll be on for over an hour.
Yeah,
I have a lot of orders to go, and that's way more important.
This guy takes so many pictures. I don't even know what size iPhone he has. It's full of Star Wars toys pictures. 47 pictures per piece.
Shane, I will take 67 pictures an item, and then one guy will say, "Where's the picture of the one left corner underneath this?" And I'm just like, "That's the only picture I did not take." So,
can I have a picture of the inside left front flap crease, please?
I mean, I've literally have been taking 70 pictures an item on certain boxes.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got to jump. I always forget this when we do the live, guys. I got to jump right over to the stream of comments because we have a whole bunch of people here with us already. And I'm going to kick it off, not with the first comment, but I have to jump right to this. Action Figure Grader.
Wow.
Thank you for the super chat.
Wow. Thanks, John Ruler.
Thanks, John.
Wow.
All right. So we kick it off with a super chat. Thank you so much. Did you click on that, John? I didn't even realize. I thought I did. That's funny. Awesome. So here we are. If you're a fan of the show, obviously YouTube has this thing called super chats, and that's awesome. If you want to follow along and get some additional content and have some more fun. We're also doing 5 Idiots After Dark, which is an adult-only show. It is not on YouTube at all. It's only for patrons. So if you support us there, you're going to get access to the streams of those episodes that are exclusively for you.
If you guys see my head down, not looking, I'm just listing an item for sale, okay? So
It's typical of Chris on a Sunday night. Be doing this.
He'll be on his phone all night.
Yeah, we used to think back in the day that he was checking a sports score or something, and it would be real quick. And then we found out he was running a business while we were.
Yeah, I'm actually listing. I'm listing items while we're going live.
Or he's betting on football.
That's true. Yeah. So let's ask that first because this is a Shootin The Shizz episode. So you can bring up any topic you want, guys. How did you guys do with football today? I'm not really a bettor. I haven't bet on football in a couple of years, but how was the football day for you guys?
Falcons won.
Nice.
For me, I went all in today on the Buccaneers 2.5, and the Buccaneers won. So it's been a very good game for me.
Wow.
They won big though, didn't they?
They didn't win big. They were
Not
only
big,
up
yeah.
by one score towards the end, and then they scored like late. And I think they won.
Okay.
I don't know.
Who did they
maybe
play?
by 10.
Detroit?
They played the Bears.
Oh, that was obvious.
Yeah, but the Buccaneers aren't really that good with Baker in his first year playing as quarterback. But
Are they the Peter Buccaneers?
the who?
The Peter Buccaneers?
Yes, yeah, the Peter Buccaneers.
What's up, Peter?
Obviously, some inside joke.
His name is Peter
Buccaneers.
Buck. The
Yeah, it's
Peter
very
Buccaneers.
it's very
No, I
outside.
got
I
it.
didn't even pick him for that reason, but once I saw it on the screen.
Got it now.
Todd says John is legally obligated to join. Oh, he's talking about Rula. That makes
Talking
much
about
more
Rula,
sense.
yeah.
Yeah, that makes way
Mm.
because John is up until like me, like 3 a.m. or something.
Yeah.
Some nights. So yeah, John Rula is up. That's a surprise.
It's only 8 o'clock by him too, and he's usually sleeping by now. That's how pathetic he
True.
is.
Yeah.
True. John wants to know. I guess he asked this before. He was trying to type in 5 cents.
Oh,
But
okay, that's
it
what
didn't
happened.
work. Yeah. Adam Gothard is here. Welcome to the show. He's admiring John's new glasses. John Walden. What is Rula is on fire? I am definitely not on a new diet right now. But
He just trimmed
thank
his
you.
beard.
Yeah, I'm looking lean,
Oh,
only right
that's
in
what
the
it is,
the
yeah.
hair, the facial hair. So, Brandon, so you're a Chargers fan? Have we figured that
False.
out? You're a Dolphins fan?
Correct.
Okay, I wasn't sure if we clarified or not because baseball is still up in the air.
10-0 Finns over
Patriots.
Okay,
John Brady-less Patriots.
is that
John
on?
Brady.
Is that on now? Is that the night game?
Yeah,
Correct.
I'm actually a Miami fan too. Just to let you know.
Ah,
We lost.
I should have
Charlie
worn.
Beansack.
I should have. I'm gonna text my wife and tell her to bring down my Miami, my Miami hat. What do they call it? The tiger stripe stuff that they used to have back in the 90s.
I have no clue what you're talking about, but I have my baby's bottle pack that I use to
Yeah.
pack beers. Just want to let you guys know. I put my beers in it, and it works perfectly fine. It keeps it cold during the show.
So, what
The,
are you going to do in December? Are you going to have to get something else, or is that baby
Set him
out?
out on the window ledge.
Yeah. So in December, once the third baby comes, then yeah, I'm gonna have to buy another one.
All right. Well, if anybody would like to support Chris's efforts in populating the eastern middle part of Long Island and buy him a new baby cooler that he can put Amstel lights in, you could join our Patreon. That'll help.
Yeah,
Darth Wizzy is here.
for
What's up?
Amstel lights.
He is a patron of the channel, right?
Yes, he is.
Of course.
Yes, he is.
What's up, Darth?
Good guy.
I think they're called Zubas. Has anybody heard of that?
Zumba? Yeah, I've heard of it.
No, Zuba. Zubas? No.
What?
What
are you
is the
talking about?
tiger stripe stuff back in the 90s that used to? They were like sweatpants, and they had like the. They
You
were
talking about
like
skids?
they look like you. They were like wrestlers would wear them. They were like.
Yeah, I know what you're
You know what I'm
talking
talking about?
The ones that didn't have all the elastic were skids,
No,
like had
but
the little
they were like
sign on
the
the pocket.
pants and like hats used to have them. It's like a design, like a pattern. They look like tiger stripes, but in
Yeah.
the color of your football team.
I don't know.
I'm actually
You
picturing
guys-
Brandon right
You
now
guys are too
wearing
young.
the MC Hammer pants right now.
Like that.
Oh,
They
he
were like
loves
MC
them.
Hammer pants, but they had like stripes on them with
Oh,
like
okay.
I don't remember the name. I think they're called Zubas or something.
Ken Mertz, what's up?
What's up, Ken?
Another Patron in the
Ken,
house.
did you
And local New York guy.
Nice.
Ken's creeping on my slave Leia post.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that. He's trying to
Kyle
slide
chimed in
into your
here.
DMs.
Zubas, see? Zubas.
Kyle chimed in here with Zubas. Yeah.
Thank God, Kyle. Somebody remember. I knew they were called Zubas. Something. I wasn't sure. I was like, man, maybe I'm on the wrong topic there.
Yeah.
I have a Dolphin Zubas hat that I should probably go grab, but I don't know where it's at.
Christine has a question for John, I believe.
Negative.
Where's
John, would your girl have a problem with that, or is that like your personal taste?
Well, she's watching, so we'll let her.
Okay, fair enough.
My wife was watching. Actually, no, she's not, so it doesn't matter.
My wife is at the Foo Fighters right now. She's down at the beach at See Here Now. It's like a 2-day
You're not
festival.
there?
I know. I'm with the kids. Hey, this was my payback for Nashville, I found out.
So she goes
no,
to see the Foo. I think she
Yeah.
got the better deal.
You know
She did
what?
get the better
Honestly, she got the Killers last night, and
Yeah.
one of my favorite bands, Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats, opened for them, and then there was a bunch of bands before. She got Weezer tonight, and Foo Fighters, and the Beach Boys, and
No shame.
You know who you
Yeah, no
got,
me.
Shane?
Foo
You know,
Fighters
what,
and
you know what
Beach
you got
Boys?
though? You got Max Rebo.
You got to
What's
hear me
Max Rebo?
snore, and
You
Like,
got the Max
choke to death.
Rebo band
Oh, that's us, or is that what we're listening
at
to?
the IC. Remember?
Oh yeah.
You met him.
That's right.
You got to
What
meet
is it?
Simon, Mr. Max Rebo.
What is even going on with that? Like normally by now we actually have like tickets booked for next year. We started to like reserve our hotel and nothing's going on. We haven't heard of anything regarding next year.
I
no,
think.
I haven't either.
Welcome to Charlie Bean Sacks. He's here with us.
Finally, I see you guys now.
Oh,
Yeah, I think there is something going on. I mean, I don't know what,
has
but
it been announced?
it hasn't been announced. Usually tickets are like available in July, I think.
We're
No, not this early.
usually
Yeah.
August.
We got,
Yeah.
we got our
August.
we got
Oh.
our press passes in August.
We got our press
Oh,
passes
passes
in
in
August. We actually
Really?
looked at we actually
Yeah.
looked it up for the email last year and it was August.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Correct.
something is going on with the ICCC in Nashville.
You just
I
don't know
mean-
what it is yet.
I know my plan is that I'm going to tell my wife that it's still going on, and then I'll just go to John Rula's house for the weekend. But I don't even know if I can honestly go this year.
Well,
We do.
we're going.
We do. We're
We're
all
doing
going to
our
go.
oh
Mhm.
yes.
Not to the IC Con.
We're doing
We're
our
going to
own.
go to Las Vegas.
Yeah, we're good.
Exactly.
And then snap some photos of Star Wars figures before we leave, and just
Show our wives.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
show our
you
wives.
don't have to do that because there's toy stores in Vegas.
Todd
Trust
B
me, we know.
with the DL.
He just said on Friday that he's still trying to set up a venue. Huh.
Yeah. I mean, I heard him say that too somewhere. I heard that about 3 to 4 weeks ago. So I guess that's still going on. But
The Mirror doesn't want to do it. Move the con.
it sounds
Move
to
it
me,
New York. Come to New York.
it sounds to me like
Yeah.
you know, obviously something happened since they moved to the new place this past year. You know, some powers that be got involved, and there's some kind of red tape or something. So
I hope it goes back to. I hope it goes back to the old place. I didn't like it.
100%.
I didn't like
Yeah.
it.
100%. I hope it goes. Even if it's not that place, a
Yes.
place like that with a hotel like next door or attached or whatever, where everybody that we know can just all be in the same hotel. Like, we need a big hotel.
Yeah, I love that setup. I loved seeing everyone in the hotel bar and at
Yeah.
the lobby. And you always just saw all of your friends and people that like even that you don't know that you just this year everyone's too spread out. You didn't talk to anybody. It did not have the same feeling whatsoever.
No, and I mean there was multiple things, but like just the fact that it was spread out, it felt kind of empty once you got back of that building where there was supposed to be a bunch of other attractions. You know, they did a lot of signage, but I personally had a hard time the first day finding where anything was, finding where the hall was, where the stage was with the, you know, the panels and stuff, the celebrities on stage.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that can all be improved, but I feel like that space was too big for this event.
Thank you, Peter, for the super chat.
I agree.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Pete.
Peter.
Thanks, buddy.
Appreciate that.
Peter Buccaneer.
I get the Peter Buccaneer joke now. Thanks.
There you go.
Brandon's got that goblet full. He's like 4 to 5 minutes behind us right now and catching up.
He's missing one thing. He needs one giant circular ice cube, though, and he doesn't have that. He has little.
I don't have that.
You don't have
He
the
has like
Death Star
Taco Bell ice cubes, like those little ice cubes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need. I think I just might go get one of those Death Star ice cube trays that comes
There
in
you
a
go.
giant thing. I've never seen one though.
They have
They
one
make those?
that's like it's like 2 pieces and you put it
Mm.
together and it makes
Yeah.
an ice cube that would fill your whole glass. It's giant.
But is it
what you need.
is it a Death Star?
I've seen one. Yeah, I've seen a Death
Oh.
Star. Yeah.
Yes,
If
Brendan.
somebody
you already
sees
have.
one, send me a link.
Darth Wizzywig, thank you for
What?
the super chat.
Thank you.
$2.79 Canadian money is like $30 US money.
Yeah, that's a lot of that was not necessary. That's a lot of money in the US. I think.
Thanks, Darth Wizzy Wiz.
Thank you very much.
He said it's all I got. He's a patron too, so that
Yes, he
Yeah,
is.
of
John-
course.
a little extra.
John's a little behind because we just said that.
Well, maybe are you
What?
drinking what Brandon's drinking?
Did you say something about him being a patron?
Yeah.
I must have missed something.
It's all right. It's all right. We just
Yeah,
made
He's
it quick.
popped up. He's in the future. He's on Red Bull.
John's a
So
little.
he sees 30 seconds in advance.
John, are you okay, John? Are you having a little sundowners, or
I must have missed just like a.
It's been a very
Oh,
long day
weird.
for John. It's been a very long day.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that at all.
That's the funniest line I've heard in a long time, though. Brandon is in the living in the past with that drink, and John's on Red Bull, so he's in the future. That's great.
Why is your day going bad, John?
It's not going bad.
Oh,
Jo-
that's what Chris said.
well, Chris said that you were having a bad day.
It's had a
Yeah, he's
long
really
day,
having a
he
bad
said.
I didn't say bad.
It's been a
day.
It's been a
long day.
long day.
Okay,
Well,
long-
when somebody says long, they imply
Yeah.
it's a long day.
No, because my follow-up question was going to be, so how many Red Bulls have you had today? But you guys didn't give me a chance.
This is my second.
Oh,
Okay.
all right. He's pacing himself today.
I guess you're actually being a little bit better.
Yeah.
Normally it's number 4 or 5.
Well, you guys know I always love to point out how John drinks that sugar-free Red Bull, and then he's got the the Twinkies and the ho-hos rolling around in the back seat. Like, so I have that one day we're going to have an episode on this, and we're going to find out the answer. Why save the sugar on the Red Bull but load up on the sugar elsewhere? Is it just to balance it out? Who knows?
I don't want to drink my calories.
Oh yes, you told us that.
Oh.
That's right. That's right. He did tell us that. So Kyle just chimed in about the shuttle bus. So if you guys remember, we were the ones waiting with Kyle and Todd, and there was
And
a couple
Todd.
other people waiting for the shuttle bus. And what was the answer? Is that the shuttle bus doesn't work on VIP day or something?
That was not the answer. It was
Did we
something
have
about
an
we missed the time, I guess.
They only do one in the morning or something. I don't know.
They
that
only
was- we were
do
too late.
one on VIP day, and that was it. And then we were stuck there.
Well, we weren't VIP, so we were kind of on our own, I guess.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe that's
I don't
fair.
know.
No, well, that's
Hopefully-
not true because it wasn't for VIPs only. Like the shuttle
It's for
should have been
everybody.
running-
Oh, it was for hotel
Everybody.
guests, right?
For hotel
Right.
guests.
because that was part of the
Yeah,
deal. We stay at the hotel that's far away, and we get bussed in.
Let's just hope next year it goes back to the old venue or to a newer one, because I didn't like it.
2 little Death Stars. It doesn't make one big one for my bourbon.
No, they're. I've seen it. I've seen the big one.
I've seen a big one too.
It's because it's
I've seen a
for
big
it's
one.
for
I know you see
bourbon and
but
stuff.
We're talking about ice cubes.
You guys want to talk about the Ashoka show?
I do.
Have you seen it?
I would like to
One of
actually
the
take some.
hashtags of this.
I'd like to take some questions from people to
This
see if
live.
they,
Have you seen it?
Have you seen it?
Oh no, I'm not watching it.
I didn't finish episode 5. I've seen the others.
I
Oh,
am
episode
in the
5 is so
middle
good.
of watching Sopranos with my wife, season 3, and I'm watching Deadwood by myself, season 2. I have no time for Ahsoka. Don't care about Ahsoka.
All right, Brandon, are you ready for a quick peek here? I don't know anything about this website, but this is what I was talking about.
Oh, wow.
You see, it makes a one giant.
Wow.
You know, fills a rocks glass.
That's very nice.
So you need that. There we go.
Like that's over the top, though, Brandon. You just need a circular ice cube. You don't need a Death Star. Like
he does. What are you talking
Come
about?
on, let it go.
Death Star.
Let it go. Sometimes you just got to let it go.
The people that use Death Star ice cubes are the guys that are like in their 50s, living in their basement. They don't get laid, have a beard. You know the deal.
Well, seeing that there's 35 people live, the high possibility that 34 might be the person you just described.
You're such a racist.
Yes.
John wants to know who we were hanging out with. She is. I told you guys she was one of the main stars of
I don't even remember what her name is.
Of True Blood. And that list I sent you guys recently, True Blood is like in the top 5 most rented shows of all time on Netflix, of all time. Like in however long it's. Well, you know, like they got people requested the box set through the mail, you know, the DVDs.
Gotcha,
but you know, Sopranos is up there and Lost and all big time shows. True Blood was like, it might have been number 2. It was like in the top 5 or something. It was a very popular show.
How about that Western show? What was that show?
Deadwood was up there.
Deadwood. It's definitely Deadwood.
Deadwood was not as high as I thought, but it was up there.
I love Deadwood. Such a good show.
I'm up to episode 4, and I'm trying to give it a chance.
It gets so much better.
True Blood was number 2.
They said the same thing.
Number 2?
Number 2 in the all-time box set requested, like discs from the box set of the seasons from Netflix of all time.
Wow.
Dexter is number 1.
Dexter is
When is that from? Like 1995?
No, now they're retiring the DVD service next month. After all of these years, and they put Blockbuster out of business.
They still did DVDs?
Yeah.
I was shocked.
Yeah,
I was shocked.
Oh my God.
They're retiring the service next month. And so they released the top 100 most rented TV shows of all time with Netflix.
Wow.
And let's see.
There was a documentary in Netflix. It just came out recently. And they talked about how they were still doing it, but they've been cutting it back slowly.
That's crazy.
Well, now they're saying that if you have the DVDs, you can just keep them because they don't even want them.
It's funny.
I saw that.
Stop trying to charge you for them.
Yeah.
Deadwood is somewhere in the top 20. I don't have a numbered list, but I see the list and it's in the top 20. Sopranos is number 4. Game of Thrones is number 3, as you'd expect. Like those The Wire, those are the top 5 shows. So I like to do an episode on that. That'd be funny to talk about those shows and see what you guys think and which ones you watched.
Definitely.
So what do we have to say about Star Wars? We're talking a little bit about Ahsoka. John, you need to finish episode 5, you said? Charles, you're all the way through, though.
All the way through.
Finish it.
John, do you need to go to the porta potty?
No, something's going on with my ankle.
Oh, we thought you were pushing really hard.
No.
Hey, John, this is the WebMD. Show us your ankle. We will find a cure for it.
No, I'm good. Something weird was going on with my ankle.
Okay.
Brandon, how is your
Maybe it's
ankle?
A Georgian spider.
It's
Spider.
good. It's attached still.
It's attached.
Which is nice.
So, where are you at with Ahsoka? Are you caught up with all 5, Brandon?
Correct.
Okay. So, share some thoughts. I mean, even if you don't, give us a review or anything, but what did you think of the latest episode? What stood out to you?
I think the latest episode is pretty good. It's starting to, tie some stuff together, and I think that we're getting close to see, the main villain, make an appearance. I think, but I think that bringing Anakin back was a huge draw for, like I said, like the Phantom Menace type of fan that lived with the first 3. Episodes 1 through 3, not the first 3, but episodes 1 through 3. So I think that it's bringing in those fans again. So
wait, so Anakin is back? I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
Oh, I had no idea. Okay.
Well,
They swap between Anakin and Vader. Like, I think that's pretty cool when they do that, and I think everybody just
Not
loves
supposed
that.
to ruin it for the people who didn't watch.
Well, if you haven't watched it by
yeah.
now, I'm sorry.
If you're watching us and you haven't watched Ahsoka, what are you doing?
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah.
But I think that Hayden Christensen, who plays him, is pretty. I think he polished his acting a little bit more than when he was in the first three. So,
yeah, I would agree. Alamir
sorry,
is watching
Charles.
for the first time, so give a shout out to Alamir. Thanks for
Actually,
joining us.
Thank you.
Actually, can't even
Yeah.
hear Charles because his thing's glitching so much. It just looks like he's just freezing.
speaking of living in the past, I put that up about 2 minutes ago.
Oh, the first time thing?
Yeah.
All right. Well, she gets two shouts then. Well, I said she because it was a little girl. It might be a guy, but I saw the little picture of the girl. It was cute. Dar
Shane,
says,
what do you think?
Ahsoka's getting better.
What do you think about Hayden Christensen and that? I think his acting is a lot better than it was in episode 1 through 3 or 2 and 3.
You know, I didn't think about that, and since you say it, and it makes total sense. I totally agree with that. I want to take a pause for 1 second, John. Forgive me if you did this already, but Scott Johnson.
Woo!
Shout out to Scott Johnson. Thank you so much for the super chat.
Thanks, Scott.
Much appreciated.
That's also like a lot because Australian dollars aren't doing so hot either.
I think that's 47 US, if I remember my.
That's $4,700 US.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
right. I forgot to carry the 4.
Yeah, we just covered ourselves.
Right. So, what do I think about Ahsoka?
That's not Thailand money.
I did not watch it Tuesday night because I keep forgetting that it's on Tuesday night now.
Mhm.
So it got to be the end of the night, and I was like, I can't start that now. So I did see some people not spoiling it, but saying how, oh my God, finally episode 5 is amazing. A lot of fanboy people, saying how great it was. And I tried to avoid that because I don't even like to see those because then it changes my expectation for the episode.
Yep.
And it messes me up, man, because now I'm like, crap, like if I don't like it, then it's like, wow, if everybody else thought this was amazing and I don't like it, then it has nowhere to go but down, like it's not going to get any better for me. So I was a little annoyed that I even saw that, but I watched it the next day and listen, was I changing my shorts afterward? No, but it was cool to see Anakin.
So gross.
Who says that? Was I changing my shorts? No.
Yippee-doo!
Yippee-doo!
Yeah. Did you have a yippee-doo while watching?
I did not, but yippee-doo. I like seeing Anakin. We knew that was going to happen from the cliffhanger of the previous episode. I agree with you that he comes off better, as an actor and as a character. I like that they're layering the Darth Vader vibe on top of him. They're playing some sort of the Darth Vader music when he's on the screen. I like that he's testing Ahsoka. I like that he's, Anakin again, that he's recognizing that's his Padawan. He's trying to, give her a little guidance. I just like the dynamic there. That whole scene I liked. I liked the lightsaber duel, of course. That was fun to watch. And I, now I'm already rewatching the first few episodes with my kids. I for other shows, I've not rewatched it with them until it was totally over, but they've been asking me to watch it and I'm not going to hold them back. So I've already seen 1 and 2 again, and was able to, look for some things I didn't see and kind of share some thoughts with them to help them understand what's going on. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. The 5th episode was the best one. It's easy to say that.
Chris, have you been enjoying Ahsoka?
Yeah, I think it's amazing so far. I absolutely love it. Episode 1 was amazing. Episode 2, it got even better. Now episode 5, I can't keep my pants on.
Well, you have to change them anyway, so you might as well take them off.
It's great.
Left Coast Graphics loves Hayden.
On a scale of 1 to 5 yippee doos, how many yippee doos do you give it?
I can tell you that I have absolutely zero interest in watching it. I have zero interest. It's not saying that I'm not gonna watch it. I just have zero interest in watching it right now.
Even John
Maybe
Rula
next
is
year.
watching.
John Rula watches everything because he pumps the comic books up. That's all he cares about.
So, Charles, let me ask you this: like, when you see John Rula talking about Phase 1 clones, do you get angry inside even just seeing that? I feel like some vintage collectors, when you start hearing those,
talking about.
I actually love Phase 1 clones.
Okay.
From Lego, but whenever I hear John Rula speak, all I hear is something about a comic book, and then I just walk away. I don't want to hear anything about how much a freaking comic book should be or what it's gonna be.
Yeah, I
lost a lot of money on these stupid comic books.
I don't even know where I put mine. I think they're holding up my desk right now.
Such garbage.
His comic books are holding up your desk.
Such a waste of money.
It was a waste of time and a waste of money.
You know what the worst part is? The worst part is I can't even read them.
Don't touch them.
We actually pre-order these things, and we get them 9 months later, and we forget they're even coming in the mail. By the time they come in the mail, they lost value times 4. And I'll get it in the mail, but John's like, yeah, it's worth $10 now. Like, what do you mean? I just got it in yesterday. Yeah, it's worth $10. I paid $75. Yeah, it's worth $10. I'm like, oh, cool. I'm so glad I bought 4 copies.
It would have been fun. It would be funny if he replied to you back you shouldn't have bought that one. It's not worth anything.
Well, he was telling all. I mean,
I don't like losing money, John. So
we all bought a bunch.
It really rubs me the wrong way when I lose money on something.
Yeah, well, I
hate comic books. I hate them.
Of course. It's the imagery that this live stream
I like
needed.
the old vintage comic books. Those I actually really do like. And maybe one day I actually would collect the old vintage ones, but anything newer.
So this comment is reminding me about the middle part of the episode. So whoever they hired to play the young Ashoka, the actress, was fantastic. I mean, I know, don't get me wrong, I understand it wasn't, dialogue heavy and she was, fighting with the lightsaber, but she looked like the young Ashoka from Clone Wars. She fit the role. The scene was awesome. The scene with her, battling in the Clone Wars, and then also showing her at the Siege of Mandalore. And Anakin, behind her in the scene. I mean, it was those scenes were fantastic. They were nice throwbacks. They were live action. Those were fun to see.
I thought it sucked.
You didn't think it was fun just to see, a flashback? Okay.
No.
Fair enough.
It looked really, really cheesy.
Oh, I didn't think so. Cheesy how? Like the CGI or just
how you really feel?
The setting.
A Jedi was walking through and he's hitting every shot a blaster with his lightsaber. It's impossible.
I want my Jedis to do that.
If it's not a Lego Star Wars
impossible
live action, Charles doesn't want to watch. Okay.
That has nothing to do with it.
Charles must own every Lego Star Wars video game and movie and watches them all.
I hate the video games. I hate Lego video games.
Everybody's agreeing with me. Hayden was better. Everybody liked Hayden. I agree 100%.
What's up, Richard?
Do you think Ahsoka is helping pump up sales for Star Wars?
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
People
anything new
with it.
People love Ahsoka. They have always loved Ahsoka, and it's new content, and it's going to help. I mean, people were lining up on wait lists to go to see the episode 5 in a movie theater. People are dying to see new content, especially in the movies. So I think it's going to help. Gamora in Infinity War. Oh, I think only Matt would know that.
Charles.
Honest opinion is not being negative. It's my honest opinion. I could sit
he's
here
wearing
lying.
a black shirt.
I could be like Brandon and just say, "Oh, the episode was good, but it was also bad." He's always right on the fence. He won't choose a side. I will choose a side. I have no problem hopping on one side.
I didn't say that this episode was bad. I said this episode was very good. And usually I don't like flashback episodes. I think flashback.
I liked episode 5 also, but some of the scenes were just really cheesy.
I'm gonna do a flashback of Brandon. I like cons. Cons are good. Cons are great. I like cons.
I obviously didn't have enough to drink that episode.
We
gotta
like
get 'em
it better
sauced up.
when you drink because you actually like have some emotion behind you when you talk.
I know.
And not
This-
just
you,
sit
like,
there and go.
you should see me at work.
work.
You should see me at work. I'm just like, what do you want?
Whoever wants to tune in, look all the way back at episodes like 1 through 30 and just only watch Brandon. Don't watch anyone else.
Don't
Oh,
even.
he never. He
He
spoke
was
to her.
like, he gave 0 effort. He maybe talked once every 30 minutes. Now, can't shut the guy up. It doesn't stop.
It's a Japanese movie.
Oh, Charles, please. I'm so happy we can actually see you today. You're not hidden in a cave.
Yeah, you're
Well,
pretty
Shane-
well lit.
Yeah.
Shane's
What'd
been
you
yelling
do?
at me, so I really put the time and effort into this, but my screen is still so off. You guys are speaking and your faces are moving.
like
in a
I
separate-
said,
It's your internet.
It's your internet, Charles.
Yeah, your
fastest
internet.
I have the fastest internet.
Just pay the bill. Pay the bill next time, and then you'll be fine.
Hey, Domo Arigato, Mr. Roboto. Fix your internet.
Evil Knievel in Ahsoka episode 6. I won't watch that one.
To be honest with you, if Evil Knievel is in episode 6, I will watch that one. I will watch all of them.
Only the box is in episode 6. It's only that one box. That's it.
What about Lizzo?
Glossy.
Glizzo.
Glizzo?
Glizzo.
Glizzy.
What if Glizzo made another appearance? Would you watch?
No.
I would cancel my subscription to Disney.
Yeah.
You probably already
You don't
have.
have. You don't have one, John. John, there's
Is
no way you have.
Is
one.
there a Mandalorian season 4 coming out, or like?
Yeah.
Is there?
Yeah, there will. There will. I
Velvet
mean,
Suit coming out.
I don't think it's been confirmed yet, but oh, you know what they did? You know what they
Just
said?
curious.
I think what was said is that there's going to be a movie to finish off Mandalorian, but I don't think yet. I think there's going to be another season, and then there's going to be some sort of a movie that pulls the storylines of Ahsoka and Boba Fett and
Like
Mandalorian together. Yeah.
I mean, season 1 and 2 were absolutely amazing. I really loved it. Season 3 was just a disaster. I thought it was an absolute big pile of horse crap.
Did you watch it?
Mandalorian season 3? Yeah, it was terrible.
You watched every episode.
I watched every single episode. It
Impossible.
was terrible.
Impossible.
John, what do you think of Mandalorian season 3? Exactly.
I liked it.
You two
Terrible.
hate everything.
Nope.
No,
Star Wars,
that's not true.
Disney,
Not
That's not
true.
true.
Disney Plus,
Not true.
everything.
What do you,
I loved Rogue One. I loved The Force Awakens when no one else really likes it. I liked all that stuff. I just don't like this garbage that they're putting out.
Chris, you hate Ahsoka and you haven't even watched it yet.
Yeah.
I don't hate it.
Oh my god.
He just said he didn't plan to watch it. He has no interest in it.
I just don't have any interest in watching it.
Now, I would continue to watch if it was Lego Kenobi and Superpowers Falcon. That's for sure.
Well, well,
Chris,
so
I
do
still-
you, go ahead,
do you
Brandon.
love the original? Do you still love the original trilogy, or did you give up on that too?
The who? Get out of here.
When's the last time you watched it?
I actually watched Empire 2 or 3 days ago, actually, with Grayson.
Yeah,
I
I
just
watched New Hope yesterday.
The best
with
one,
my
by
son.
the way.
Yeah,
I watched Return of the Jedi.
My son woke up. He woke up and watched the last 20 minutes that we didn't finish of New Hope this morning before I got out of bed, and then he watched Return of the Jedi. Like he just can't get enough. He loves it.
John Rulo just said season 3 Mando was really bad. Confirmed. Thanks, guys.
You know why? Because they're not making any comics for that season.
Right. They don't make comics.
I'm starting to watch Clone Wars.
Me too. I just watched only one episode, but I watched the first Ahsoka episode.
I can't
Can
get
you
through
guys
the
imagine-
first episode.
Can you
It's
guys
just-
imagine watching Clone Wars: The Rebels? He will get done in the year 2076. It's going to take him
least.
50 years to watch this.
Listen,
I would have to speed up to get done by then.
I don't want to make a video of this or even watch a video, but I would watch a video of Shane showering. It has to take an hour for him to
What?
wash his
What?
body.
No,
He's
no,
just
no,
so
no.
he's so slow. Everything he does is like it's like a turtle.
But couldn't we pick something else and not him showering, like him?
I know, right?
That was creepy as hell.
That was worse than my comment.
Creepy.
Dare you,
John? You have a broken ankle.
Get out of here with that. No, you know what it is? My wife, like, is so good because she hates watching TV with me, but she won't say that, like, because she's just too sweet to say that, because I pause it all the time to look shit up. Or excuse me, to look stuff up. Like, I'll watch and go, who is that? I recognize her. Like, where else do we know her from? And then I have to pause the show and look her up on IMDb, you know?
My wife has never watched one Star Wars movie, one show, one anything. She hasn't watched any of the original stuff.
Yeah.
But yet, right now, while she's sleeping upstairs, there is a graded Imperial shuttle on our bench right in front of our bed. Because I have toys everywhere in the house right now.
Yeah. All right, guys, if you're watching this and you enjoy the show, thanks for being here. Please support the show with patreon.com/5idiots talking toys. If you want more of this content, and if you want to see our new 5 Idiots After Dark, no holds bar, no filter, no language filter. Charles is going to talk about who else he wants to watch shower when we do that show. You can join our Patreon and get extra content if you're enjoying anything you see on our channels. If you're new to the channel, go check out the playlists that we have on the channel. We have well over 100 episodes of our podcast now. They're all there in a playlist, so you can just kind of go through the playlist on your own time. And you can also check out our Wednesday episodes, Wins and Whiffs. Those are a lot of fun because instead of a topic, we just share the new collectibles that we've had come in and any disasters, whiffs that we've had. So we have a lot of fun just laughing in those episodes and sharing our collectibles. So check all that out on our channel. Thanks for subscribing. So the last thing I'll say about Ashoka is I said to you guys the other day, maybe it's not even aired yet on an episode that I said it, but I was complaining about the fact that she's battling that Lord Balin guy and she like jumps off the rock and it's like a little bunny hop. And I'm like, what happened to the Jedi being able to use force powers, force jump, you know, like do flips in the air like Yoda and stuff? Well, then I went back and watched episode 1 and 2 with my kids. And I forgot when she cuts the ground and falls into that thing to get the map, you know, she falls into that tomb. She jumps like 40 feet in the air to get out. And then there's another scene where she does some major jump and flip that I forgot about. So I don't understand that. Like when she's battling a powerful foe, why doesn't she, you know, like flip around and like use those powers? I don't get it. So that was
because it's not in the script.
Yeah.
No, I think her like force meter is down, so she needs to like replenish her midichlorian count to get it where it needs to be to have the like, you know, the video game.
Yeah, you have to replenish the bar. I haven't played that game in 100 years, but I got the reference. Yeah, she used too many moves. So what else is going on, guys? What do we want to talk about? Do we want to ask the viewers for some questions or some topics?
Poll the audience.
I saw one that we can put up.
Ballpark it.
Can we have a question?
You know,
Ballpark it.
Oh yeah, Lando series.
Whoa, we just got a super chat.
All right.
What do we get? What do we get? What do we get? Who we get? Who we get? Who we get?
All right, take a guess who it is. Oh,
sorry.
Oh,
it's all right.
Chris,
It's all right.
do I owe you more money? Hopefully this covers any. I think if anything, Michael, I actually owe you money.
Yeah, he owes you change.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, man.
Thanks, Mike.
Michael.
Why don't
So
we ask
Lando,
The Lando question.
Okay.
yeah, not so much a question, but maybe he wants to hear us comment
Statement?
on it.
more of a statement, really?
I just hope that they don't have Lando in a relationship with his droid. That just sounds
Well, she's gone.
totally
isn't she?
not like Star Wars at all, and not like Lando. Like that is not. I don't
Why-
know where were they going with that?
Why is that even a question? I don't even know. I have no clue what you guys are talking about.
So
I have no idea
no,
what
not
you're
a
talking
question,
Somebody
but
mentioned
Solo?
that
I never
Lando
saw-
series is planned as a movie.
I never saw Solo. That's why.
oh, it's so good. I love that
won't-
movie.
I won't watch
You
it.
never watched Solo?
No, never.
Oh, it's so just seeing Han Solo meet Chewbacca is great.
And then I stopped the movie after that.
I just like everything about it. Woody
don't know.
Harrelson
Yeah,
is
Solo
great.
was awesome.
It was a little weird. It was a little weird.
The droid thing I'm not on board with. That was weird. But everything else about the movie I like.
And I think they should have used Billy D's son to play the role, but that's just my personal opinion.
Is he an actor though? Because I don't know anything about him.
He did a little bit of acting.
Did he?
But I don't think he was I asked him if he was approached to do it, and he said no.
Colt 45.
Yeah, I mean,
When
I get
did you ask him?
I know, right?
What?
They were hanging out the other day at the bar.
If you have an event, Brandon will attend.
When did I ask him? He's good friends with my buddy Steven, who's a Gamorrean guard. So,
on Jedi?
Yeah.
I get the sentiment, but I think that Donald Glover was the best part of the movie.
I asked him, and I was like, "Hey, why didn't you play Lando? For your dad?" And he's like, "They didn't ask me."
Does he look
'Cause
like
he looks like him.
Awkward.
Yeah, but understand, Star Wars is a little different because it has the built-in audience, but movies have to attach generally speaking.
Look how
movies
great
have
that
to
movie
attach
did.
names to it to get people to show up. And
They did a
Donald
great
Glover
job.
is a pretty big name because he's big in the music world as well as.
I mean, when you guys say Donald Glover, I'm thinking of the guy from Predator 2. I have no idea.
Predator 2 is what you come up with first, not Lethal Weapon.
Danny Glover. Oh, that's Danny Glover,
Danny
right?
Glover.
Okay.
Yeah. Donald Glover
look.
is Childish Gambino, which
Listen.
I don't listen to his music, but he was also in Community, which was a big popular show.
Listen, the only movie stars that were on Star Wars to begin with that were worth anything were British, and it was Peter Cushing and Alec Guinness, and those were the only two names that anybody knew when they first started Star Wars. None of the other names even mattered. So,
but
the fact that they want to use a big name for a movie to me is not good.
If Lando was coming out with a series and you told me it was Billy D. Williams' son, I would be way more interested in watching it than watching it over Danny Glover from Predator 2. I don't care.
Well, I hear you. I could go either way. I don't really care about the name because, like I said, Star Wars is an outlier. They have a built-in audience.
Look at this, though.
I would watch it if it was Danny Glover.
Look at what they did.
Me too.
Look at what they did. They put Lizzo, Jack Black, and
ridiculous.
And it was the worst episode.
Oh my god!
But you know what? Let's talk
train wreck.
about that same movie, Brandon.
They're trying
Actually,
to force stuff.
Out of all the movies that we can name, out of all the Star Wars movies that we can name, Solo had the most big names. Actually, right?
Yeah, they did, and look how good it did.
Woody Harrelson. It had Thandie Newton.
It was a box office failure, Shane.
Wait,
and it had the chick from Game of Thrones.
Woody Harrelson was in Star Wars.
Yeah, he's like one of the main guys.
I had no idea.
Shane loves
Bill Burr has been in Star Wars.
It's good.
Oh my god,
Shane's probably gonna watch it tonight.
You know what? I will stick with my original 3 Star Wars movies from 40 years ago, and just like that. The rest of the stuff can.
You're like a crotchety old man now.
No, I'm just into the old Star Wars. I don't care about this new stuff.
Do you like new wrestling?
I don't even watch wrestling at all. I just love this shirt because it was $7 from Kohl's, and I own like 3.
I picture him being the biggest wrestling fan I know because he has 3 of those.
No,
he's at ringside when he was 17 with a sign.
The last time I watched wrestling was probably 20 years ago.
I play Fortnite. I have the Star Wars characters.
Oh, okay. I don't know Fortnite. I know of it, but I'm not a
Chris
Fortnite
doesn't know
person.
he plays Fortnite.
What about
Scott Johnson asked a question about AFA?
Oh,
all right, we can put that up. Ken is letting us know, which I think we're well aware of. The new stuff doesn't hit. It hits like 10% out of 100 if you don't know Clone Wars and Rebels, which we don't fully know them. So
no,
we're lost.
Unfortunately.
Who are we looking for? Who said what?
Scott Johnson said, anyone getting AFA graded items back before Christmas?
That's a good question. Anybody heard any updates?
I mean, I know I shipped out actually Scott Johnson stuff and my stuff and a bunch of other people back in December of last year, and we're still waiting. But I think Charles recently got some stuff back also.
I got my November order like last month.
November.
So
last year.
So that means my December order should be hopefully soon.
Soon, yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Wait a second. Let's address something here.
Go ahead.
Thank you for your comment, Cody. But Todd B says all the old guys who are stuck in the past refuse to watch it.
Right.
Mm.
And then he also said,
I never said I didn't watch it.
I agree with him.
Todd B
Horrible.
is stuck in a cornfield somewhere in Nebraska. So
He's in Field of Dreams right now.
He's in Field of Dreams.
Yeah.
I also think it's a hatred for some of the producers that are producing these films. I think people just can't get over the names that are attached to this franchise.
Honestly,
they just refuse to accept anything new that comes out.
Honestly, I just didn't like it. I mean, it wasn't anything to do with like who produced it, who directed it, who was acting in it. I mean, I like Donald Glover, but
I like Danny Glover better.
I do like Danny Glover better.
So.
But it's nothing to do with that it's old, that we're old, that I'm old. It has everything to do with whether, I thought the story was good, and I just didn't think the stories were good.
Chris has proven you wrong among
Yeah,
dust.
Chris has his thimble on.
That's right. There you go.
I had my thimble hat on.
All right, so Hitchville is saying he's got stuff in there. It'll hit a year very soon. So Matt's got stuff there sitting there.
I actually cut a piece of hair from Matt, and I got it graded from AFA because he has the most loveliest hair ever.
I thought you were gonna say you glued it onto your head.
I thought you were gonna say you grafted it onto your scalp.
No, I was gonna say that I actually graded it from AFA, so I'm waiting for that lock of hair to come back.
They'll come back with when they say like not accepted letter.
Yeah, exactly.
Not your real hair.
Yeah,
it's a rock star's hair that wears no pants.
Why don't we ask if anybody would be interested in us doing something besides just talk about Star Wars and Star Wars toys?
Yeah. Well, you guys are talking about graded. I haven't gotten my stuff back since ICCC 20.
Are you really still waiting for 2 years ago? That is just, my God. Like there is no excuse for that.
I have 4 things that are being graded, and I just have not gotten anything back.
And we're talking about 2 ICC shows ago.
Mm-hmm.
That's lost, Brandon.
So,
wow.
But are they?
No, Chris Whitlock says every time he goes down there, he sees my stuff. They're still working on it. I'm like, all right.
Is it like regular Star Wars stuff or something?
It's all custom Star Wars stuff.
Oh, well, that's why.
Yeah, but 2 years.
Yeah, but come on, 2 years, man.
2 years. Come on.
I was on a year and a half, and they sent me an email. Would you want to wait 1 more year or more, or get your money back? So I took my money back. It's been another year waiting for it.
It's the most ridiculous thing ever.
That's not even an appropriate offer. Like they should have said to you, like, listen, would you prefer to get your stuff back next month, or would you prefer to get half your money back and wait a year?
No, they gave me 1.5 my money in like store credit
because they just don't have time to do a custom for you.
But you already waited a year and a half. Yeah, that's great.
Yep,
that's crazy.
I'm still waiting for my turtles. It's like a year and a half.
Yeah. Guys, throw us some more questions in the comments. Let's
your turtles
things we could talk about.
Went down the toilet and they're back in the sewer. Just Star Wars
topics. The script writers are on strike at Disney because of that movie, or I don't know.
No, everybody's on strike everywhere.
I hope so.
Dar says talk about Hot Toys and other movie lines. I'm definitely down for lots of movie talk.
Hot Toys,
movie fan, show, streaming show fan. I'd love to talk about any of that. Hot Toys I've never gotten into. The sticker price initially scared me off.
Yes, same here.
But they do look really good. But I mean, you buy one and it's $250.
I want the Hot Toys Batmobile from '89.
I mean, if you get a DTOF in your house, you can display 4 Hot Toys.
Well, no,
Yeah.
the Batmobile is the size of a coffee table.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Oh, throw that question up there from both on 007. A lot of people think this more than you think.
No.
It's
I don't
actually
know why people think
it's
that.
actually walled in with an O at the end.
Like Walden Books.
They are not the same person. In fact, I don't know what is similar about them except that they have the name John.
Well, John Rula is probably asleep right now, and
Right.
John Walden is still awake.
John Walden is pumping his Red Bull.
And the leader of this is what's his name on YouTube? Jameson. He's the one that always says this.
Oh,
That's
right.
Juan Carlos.
Juan Carlos. There you go.
Adam wants to know about my boxes.
Yeah, Batman '89. I'm telling you, man, that is one of the sweetest hot toys I ever came. That thing is like excruciatingly expensive.
What kind of range are you talking?
I saw them for $3,000 at one point. I think they've come down a little bit. But I saw one at a show. I don't know how much. I don't even know how much they were to begin with. I think they were like $500 when they first came out.
That's like a katana.
Yeah,
But now they're like maybe 1,000 to 2,000. I don't know, man. But they are freaking sweet.
It's probably heavily detailed too.
There was the tumbler for sale in the box, brand new, 700. I don't even know if that's a good price, but I think it's a good price. But I'm not in love with the tumbler like I am with the '89 Keaton Batmobile. So
that's the best one by far.
yeah,
absolutely.
We can, we can have that in our collecting house once we all get divorced and we need to move in together.
yeah.
Adam Chitwood is here. What's up, Adam? Braves locking down the East, right?
Yeah, the Braves are a great team, but your state makes a crappy pizza.
That's your comeback.
Well,
That's all I got.
John's so upset right now. Look at him.
He looks like he's from Field of Dreams.
We lost
He has a
to the
Braves
Marlins
outfit
today,
from like the
but-
1820s.
we lost to the Marlins today, but it's okay. Falcons won.
Lost, crushed,
What was the score?
16
crushed.
Oh my
to 4,
god.
something like that.
Oof. Well, meanwhile, we're dealing with I'm dealing with the Yankees losing 3-2 to the Pirates. It's like, come on, man. You've got
Yankees.
But we have a winning record now, at least.
you got like
Uh-oh.
Rodon finally
Uh-oh.
pitching a good game, and you get no hit into the 5th inning. It's like, come on.
Thanks,
There
Adam.
you go.
Thanks, Adam. I'll go too. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Thanks, Adam.
Yeah, thanks, Adam.
Oh, that's a little love for the Chattanooga pizza.
Yeah,
Southside.
No,
No.
So
I don't know about that.
So give us some questions or topics, guys. If any of you guys have something that you want to throw out there, go for it.
I'll talk about my sale that's going on right now.
Yeah, go for it.
So just to let everyone know, like updating everyone, I am not even halfway done yet with the stuff. There is still so much more that I have to take pictures of. It's all in the garage. Charles came over the other day and saw it. I have
Cherry picked it.
a humongous sail barge and a Razor Crest still. And
Oh God, a Razor Crest. Should we
So-
give another one away?
so many box vehicles like B wings, Y wings, Troy logos. I'm trying my best.
Should we give away the katana if we get 10,000 subs?
Here's
That
here's
is
what
going
I
to
saw.
be a giant pain in the ass to ship.
Here's what I saw. I walked through his living room. There's stuff all over the place. I walked through the dining room. It's all over the place, like 2 times the amount in there. I went upstairs. I went in his room. There is stuff all over the place. It's all over his side of the bed, all over his wife's side of the bed. It's like all over the floor, everywhere.
Oh my God.
In the garage, you can't even walk in there or see. There is like stacks 6 to 8 feet tall, full of stuff. And then he says, I don't know why Lisa is so mad at me right now.
I was just going to ask you, like, how does your wife?
You should just get a storage unit, man. Like that's not
everywhere.
It wasn't a problem months ago when I had my collection room. That's where I put everything. So whether it was storage, my collection, orders, it was fine because I had a room. You close the door and that's it. But now that the baby is coming in 2 months, it's being worked on. It's being painted. We're having like trimming done. We're having so much like work done because she wants to do it all up. I have nowhere to put all of this stuff. Just nowhere. So
what about finding a corner in your basement, like
Charles's house,
walling off a little part of your basement or something?
The problem is with the basement is that if I'm not home and Lisa comes downstairs with a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old, she's not paying attention to them destroying my stuff. So, and plus the downstairs, like, don't get me wrong, I have heating and air conditioning down here, but the humidity is always off in the basement, and it's not a good place to really store stuff. So right now, everything is in the master bedroom. Luckily, our bedroom was huge. Like, we have a really big bedroom, so I took the whole corner, and I have a table, a light box, I have shelving, and it's all there right now. But again, it can't stay like that. So that's why I've been packing up orders and telling people, like, I need to get the stuff out of the house because it's just getting to the point where my wife is furious. Like, she is fast and furious right now.
Is everyone fine with shipping stuff out?
No, not at all.
Oh, really?
Charles, I heard you have room in your house.
Charles has to keep his own collection in a coat closet.
We live on Long Island. The houses are only so big, and the property size is only so big. It's expensive to live here.
Everybody thinks if you live on Long Island, you have a house like Howard Stern. That's the thing.
So I dropped off my daughter at college about a month ago, and her bedroom has now become another Star Wars area where I can put all the orders that people order for me and all the collections that I've been getting. And as soon as my wife walked in, she's like, "What the F is all this stuff doing in her room?" I was like, "Nobody's using the room. What's the big deal?" Apparently,
I try to explain to my wife. I'm like, I quit my job. Like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, I'm supposed to be buying huge collections from around the world, bringing them home and selling them on the page. Like, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. And you're not letting me do what I need to do. So again, I don't know what the right answer is. I'm actually flying out in 3 days. I'm going to Nebraska. I'll be hanging out with Todd, probably going to see Kyle, getting more stuff, but I might be divorced when I get back. I don't know.
Well, I heard that when Todd bought the Jar Jar Binks swimmies, like the floaties, that he was kicked out. And now Todd and Kyle live together. Like, they're doing the thing that we might have to do eventually.
Yeah.
So you're going to see both of them for sure.
They're not the same person?
Listen, he's going to have to determine that when he gets out there. Yeah, I've never seen them both in the same room at the same time. So
I sent you guys a video of the collection that my buddy, the store owner, got, where it is all the boxes. It's all in modern stuff. It's taking up the entire stuff. Well, he bought another collection recently of all vintage stuff, and he said that he had no room in his store or in his storage locker, that he took it home, which is a big no-no because he doesn't like to do that. Because the same thing, the wife is like, why is all this stuff in the house? But he had to put it in plastic bins and put it outside.
Really?
Yeah. So he said he had over 75 plastic bins in his backyard.
And filled with toys.
Golly.
You can't do that.
Like, I've got so much.
What's his address? Yeah.
Well, there's no humidity here, and it's always really nice. So, whatever.
Wow.
But that's what he had to do.
For me, it's like I've only emptied out like 4 or 5 boxes. I still have 25 boxes left to go. Gosh. When someone buys something, I was just telling Brandon before on the phone, I have to move 7 boxes to get to one item, then move the 7 boxes back in place. And then when I go back, I'm moving the same boxes over again multiple times, which is why this is all going slow. and I'm trying to not only take pictures, list, but I'm also packing up at the end of every day and shipping out items too. It's just a slow process, and people are getting mad at me for not going fast enough. And I'm like, I've listed so many items, I'm going as fast as I possibly can. Like, trust me, I want to get this stuff sold and out of here.
Yeah. You might have to get a storage unit or something.
I mean, I was looking at renting like an office.
Or Charles's house.
I wanted to just rent like out a office and just literally have like a desk with a computer and just shelving units, and then I can just go to my office and I can just literally just use for like a little store. Do you know what like just a regular little office space costs on Long Island in New York?
Well, it's probably not even big enough either.
You'd be looking at well over $1,500 to have a little room with a desk and a computer and shelves.
Mm-hmm.
In $1,500, you can buy the whole block in Georgia, like the whole block of like 15 houses on each side,
with a backyard.
Well, if you do that, you're going to be in the office the whole time. So,
yeah, but I'm not spending $1,500 a month, so it's staying in the master bedroom. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
All right. Well, that's why you guys are seeing stuff fly onto Rogue 5 Toys Fast and Furious style.
Mm-hmm.
I need it out. I need to get it gone.
I wanted to make a joke the other day that I'm ready to leave my own group, Rogue 5 Toys, because I'm sick of seeing so many things posted that I can't afford and can't get.
I know you wanted those proof cards.
Yeah, I've seen them before. I know that the figure on the card is really expensive, right?
Yeah,
because it was an exclusive.
That's a different card, though.
Oh, is it?
These were limited edition, handed out for free at Comic-Con. That's why they're
okay. Yeah.
Any interest in other conventions? Haley, I'm going to LA Comic-Con in December. Yippee doo, Charles. Charles was very surprised.
I would definitely go to something else, but
you're not going anywhere.
And then I was going to follow up and say, but I'm not going anywhere because I can't leave my wife home with 3 kids.
In Vegas with Chris this weekend. I'll be in Vegas going to some toy stores there. So if anybody's got any, I know Rogue Toys, or if anybody's got any stuff that they're selling, let me know, because I've been to those stores and they're kind of like whatever. But I'd love to pick up some more proof cards for Shane.
I love cons. I go to cons. I come back from cons. I like them.
I hate Star Wars. I am black negative Charles Letty.
Well, so Darth, I think Brandon's deep into aliens, right?
What figures of other IPs you guys want?
I mean, I would love to collect alien figures.
Aliens, Predator, The Thing, The Blob, Back to the Future.
I haven't seen The
Future
Blob
has reaction stuff. Aliens and Predator. I love that stuff. I just picked up some more alien stuff a couple days ago. The best thing about aliens is so cheap.
Yeah.
It's so cheap.
Me, you, and Josh Crouch all love Alien.
Oh, I do too. I mean, I don't have.
Oh, you love Alien? Okay.
Oh, love it. Love those movies. I mean, I watched the first 3 just recently, and I have to go back to it and watch 4. But yeah, I watched the trilogy just very recently over the summer.
Oh, Josh just said he met Hicks and Vasquez this weekend.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I missed that one. I got to meet Vasquez.
Brandon is probably so pissed right now.
Hicks left before I could get there.
Do you guys remember the movie The Blob?
Yep.
From the 80s? I haven't seen that in forever. I got to put that in my mental list. Yeah. It's probably awful, like I remember it being cool and kind of scary as a kid, but it's probably an awful movie, but you gotta check that out again.
There's no way it could be good.
There's no way it's good. No. No.
I love the NECA stuff though. Like the NECA stuff that's come out with The Thing and Predator and Aliens and all the horror movie stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I do like that stuff a lot.
It's weird. I see that horror stuff and I get a certain feeling about like the people that collect the horror stuff. Like it's outside of my realm but then on the flip side, at the same time, I love horror movies and I gravitate towards putting a horror movie on before a lot of other kind of movies.
Same here.
And I love the creatures and the franchises, and the scarier the movie is, the better. I mean, I love all that stuff. It's just, it's never crossed over into the toys for me for whatever reason, but I should check them out.
Fall time, like Halloween, for me, this is the best time of the year.
Yeah.
I put on AMC and I just watch those old rerun movies constantly all day long, and it's amazing.
Like Event Horizon.
Oh, I love Event Horizon.
The last few years when
movie.
October 1st hits, I've been trying to, instead of like, we'll take a break on whatever series we're watching with the wife, and I'll try to put on a different horror movie, a couple times a week, twice a week or whatever.
Yep.
As much as we can fit it in, because I just love them. I love watching those movies. So I love finding new ones too. It's hard to find good ones though.
I always like rewatch the old stuff, all the old Stephen King stuff, and just like the old Texas Chainsaw Massacre, stuff like that. I like all the original stuff.
Mm-hmm. Those old horror movies are great.
Todd says the only furniture he has is an inflatable Jar Jar chair.
At his and Kyle's apartment?
Yeah.
He is obsessed with Jar Jar.
I didn't know that until recently. It's scaring me, actually.
I didn't know that either. I had no
Right?
clue.
Yeah.
It's a little unsettling.
Likes big ears.
What else we got here?
Terrifier 3. Yeah, I actually agree with you, Kyle. If you guys haven't seen Terrifier 1 and 2, you guys should check it out. It's a new horror movie. It's actually very, very good. You watch
is that with the creepy clown?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Where's that at?
I mean,
Netflix?
So Terrifier 1 was like a ridiculously low budget movie where like it probably cost $13,000 to make the movie. Like honestly, and it was good. And then part 2 came out, and again, it was a very low budget movie, but it did like 20 million maybe in the theaters. And for that kind of movie, that's very good. Yeah. So now they're coming out with a part 3, which is amazing because I like them. I saw them actually in the movie theater.
For those guys that are into that horror stuff, and you guys are all saying NECA horror is great, hit me up after this because I have a lead on some very cheap 50% off, brand new in the case NECA horror stuff. So if you guys want that, I can go grab as much of it as you want.
Is the vault going to be hitting?
John knows. Send John pictures of it.
Yeah, I've already discussed a little bit of that with Brandon.
Right, yeah, those prices are pretty good, right? $20 for less than $20, like $19 for brand new NECA horror stuff, right?
Yeah,
you have a little corner in your shop, John, for horror, right?
Mm-hmm. We do.
Nice,
we do.
Like I said, the shop by me, the store by me, it's kind of like John's, but it's just all toys instead of variety stuff. But similar to John's, a lot of the same stuff, vintage and new stuff. They just bought out a warehouse of a toy store, I guess. It's all modern stuff, but I mean, if you love, what was it, DC? What was the stuff, John? The DC figures?
The DC multiverse,
all the Marvel Legends, NECA horror stuff, Todd McFarlane stuff,
tons
of it, tons and tons and tons and tons.
I started crying when I saw the pictures.
Oh yeah. So now, like, what is that guy going to do now in the store? The whole store is filled. Like,
so he's trying to move it all into storage and do all that. But like, I walk in, he's like, "Hey, Christmas came early." He does a big Christmas sale, if you remember. He's like 50% off all this stuff.
Yes, yeah.
I was like, okay, sounds great. And then I'm like, he's like, yeah, Christmas is early, Christmas sale, and then during Christmas time, right after Thanksgiving, he does 50% off modern. So anything on the shelf or on the peg, modern stuff, TBC, Black Series, whatever, 50% off, and then 20% off all vintage stuff. So
Wow, 20%.
he does he cleans out every holiday period. I mean, and the shelves are bare usually when he's. I mean, the stuff is insane that he's just 50% off.
He must be buying it for pennies on the dollar.
He said he did pretty good with the buyout and whatever. He's like,
Confiscated.
take it.
He's confiscating him for pennies on the dollar.
Confiscated.
So yeah, so I sent the pictures to John, and then John had a yippee do in his shorts, and he had to change his shorts out.
Brandon, that is so gross. So gross, Brandon. Charles has been frozen for 42 minutes.
Yeah, I actually thought Charles was frozen, and then I realized he's.
I'm not frozen.
I'm concerned for him.
My video is so off. I can't even speak. I don't know when to talk.
You look
perfect.
perfect.
You guys are just way off.
You look perfect to us.
Right now, you're perfect.
Yeah.
Right now, you're perfect.
Just fight through it. Just talk because we can see you fine.
I can't see your video though. Like it's way off. I don't know who's talking and who's not.
What is your guys' number one rule of thumb when collecting? I mean, I actually have a good answer for that, but if you guys want to,
okay.
Well, yeah. Everybody, maybe think for a beat and see if you could come up with something.
I was gonna say just get a focus and stick to your focus, because if you guys don't have a focus when collecting, and that's kind of in any hobby, but especially Star Wars, you can go down 75 different rabbit holes, and those rabbit holes are never ending. So just stick to a focus, stick to a certain line, and
you'll never complete that focus if you're in all over the place.
And just stay with it.
That's mine. I've noticed that when I first started buying out all this stuff, it was like, oh man, I want this and I want that. I want this and I want that and I want this. And I talk to Chris about it all the time. And I'm just like, now I'm like, what am I doing? I just need to stick to the one thing or two things that I like and just do that and just kind of get rid of all the other stuff that I just have that just doesn't really, do anything for me. So that's my rule of thumb anyways, that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll throw out what the first thing that I thought of is whatever you are going to collect, do your homework. That would be my number one rule, because even if you just started buying a few pieces before kind of educating yourself on those collectibles, you might turn around a month later and find out you paid twice, triple what you should have, and you're going to feel bummed out about it. So it's not the end of the world, but if you're just getting started, but do your homework, not only in terms of pricing and what kind of ballpark you should be in for certain items.
Ballpark, please.
Ballpark.
Fenway Park.
Ballpark. Minute Maid Arena.
Shane, you're totally right. I remember that. I went down the hole buying comics. I don't know why I did that. I didn't do my homework on it. And I got totally burned.
Well, not only in terms of price, it's not just that, but do your homework for real in terms of, making sure, doing your best to not buy repro stuff, to make sure you know what you're buying and you're not buying, some version of something that is not the expensive version, so that therefore you're overpaying for it. Do your homework in a number of different areas of that hobby, and you're not going to be able to do that easily and quickly. So just kind of slow your roll. Don't just go out there and jump and buy 10, 15 different items. Go start slow. And part of the fun of the hobby and collecting is to learn about that, about that line, vintage Star Wars, Turtles, Transform. I had the Transformers when I was a kid, but I'm nervous to jump in and even buy a handful of ones that I like, because I don't know enough about collecting them. And I don't know what versions are what should cost what. And that's the kind of stuff you need to educate yourself on if you want to turn to a new line.
And that's the fun part, is learning all of that. So like when a guy will message me and say, hey, I just started collecting Star Wars last week. I already have 73 loose figures ready. I'm looking for the last 4. And I'm like, you bought 73 already in a week? Like, I don't see anything. How's that fun?
Yeah, I've thought that too. Even with people who have money, money just, falling out of their pockets, they're looking for something to do with it. to go and buy like a collection or several small collections and just get everything of something in a month.
Yeah.
How is that fun? Like, isn't it fun to hunt around and find a good quality of each one? For me, I told you guys this. For me, I was focusing on modern. I did go and work through the vintage figures and get all of them, not in a lot or anything, like one by one. And I didn't worry too much about condition, like medium condition. I didn't worry about accessories. I just wanted to see those figures I hadn't seen in 35 years. So that's one thing. Like, I was okay buying figures at, like, I did educate myself on what they should cost, but I didn't worry about, mint figures or anything. But just going and buying them all in 1 month. I mean, I did this over months and months, but yeah, that's the fun of it. Enjoy it. Slow down and enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't need to be so quick with it.
Market.
Be patient with your collecting, and usually a better deal or something nice will come up. You don't need to buy everything all at once and oh God, I gotta get my hands on it. Oh my God, it's like, do you know how many millions and millions and millions of these toys are produced? Like, there's plenty of others out there. You don't need to jump
billions.
Yeah, you don't need to rush and get them all super quick and sit. Then what do? You sit there and stare at them all day long? No, I mean, you're gonna feel like you need to do something else afterwards. So just slow down and enjoy it. If there's millions of them, you might see one that you need. You don't need to jump on that one. There's going to be 17 more the next week.
Oh God. I'll sign up for this part.
I don't think Charles can even. He's so far behind. I don't even think he can read it.
He needs to drink some Red Bull so he can catch up. It's so funny. I don't know if you guys ever noticed this, but when I rewatch the episodes, sometimes I'll watch some parts of it with my kids. Every time, especially wins and whiffs, when we go to Charles, as soon as it's apparent that he's going to do Lego something, Chris goes, "Oh God!" like in the background every single time. So my kids laugh because every time it's like, "Oh God." So Charles, what's the latest with minifigs? What's going on with Lego? Is there any new sets that you like that you've seen are coming out? Have you gotten any new figures in? I know you can only show so many of us to us on Wins and Whiffs because you have a whole bunch behind there. You've only shown us a handful.
Shane, not gonna work. Not gonna happen.
Charles is so upset.
I see you guys like 30 seconds in the past. It's not going to work.
All right. So you're just keeping your face on camera. Well, all right. But the floor is yours, though. It doesn't matter how delayed you are. Tell us something about Star Wars Lego or Lego minifigs that you know. What's new?
They have tons and tons of new stuff. I haven't even really bought anything new yet. But they have just so many sets are coming out. It's crazy. But is my video skipping? Oh, my video is good.
You're good.
You're fine.
Oh, okay. So these are all doubles. I have about 30 bags of this. So this is what happens when you don't follow what you're supposed to do.
The rule number one.
There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. I have like literally 30 bags like that. That's what happens when you don't maintain what you're supposed to do and you just buy everything. Like, I have so much stuff.
He has bags like I have drawers.
Bags and bags and bags.
I have a
Charles,
question.
do you want me? Can I match Charles real quick before you go, Chris?
Yeah, of course.
Oh my God. I don't even know if I can lift this with one hand.
Is it a bag of dust? That's the world's largest Ziploc bag I've ever seen in my life.
I know, right? I don't even know where I got this
huge
from.
Bag.
It looks
That's
like
a huge bag.
It looks like a pillow comforter. No, I was going to actually ask
Charles. It's a pillow top for my mattress. Yeah.
Like, how's Lego sales on Whatnot? And obviously not for yourself, but I know that Lego is humongous on Whatnot and it sells so fast. Is it still doing good?
Oh yeah, it's huger than ever. I think all the prices just skyrocket. like someone like dies in a series and the Lego like 5X's in like a second.
Yeah,
Whatnot.
because I heard that. I heard that the Sabine Wren figure skyrocketed for 4 minutes. And then when they showed the hospital scene and she was completely 100% healthy and ready to go back to work, then it tanked. But for 4 minutes, you know.
On one of the old Windsor whips, I showed the Sabine Wren with the helmet. Like that helmet is like $100 and something only for the helmet. So now they have a new one though. There's a new Sabine Wren.
So now does
that tank the price?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I asked.
It usually does, but this helmet is like not easy to find. So I don't think it went down in value. I haven't really seen, but Whatnot, everybody is just flying. There's so many sellers on there. It's crazy.
I'm gonna try to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to. This is a pretty heavy bag too. This is my bag of Legos right here.
I see it about 30 seconds after you throw it. So.
I was kind of disappointed. The bag I picked up didn't look so big to me on the screen, but it's freaking heavy.
Enormous.
Yeah. Impossible Pie has some breaking news for us. I don't know. I don't know the Lego market enough. We're gonna have to believe what Charles says. So, Chris, you had a question. I'm sorry I interrupted. What was your question about Lego, I guess?
I already asked it.
Oh, about the never mind. I don't even remember.
I just wanted to know if sales were still good, if it was still hot and stuff like that.
So the Lego market will never crash because they retire stuff. So it's not like vintage Star Wars where they made 99 million yak faces. Like they only make a certain amount of Lego and they're done. Then they're retired. Never make them again. So
yeah,
they maintain their other values.
John, did you have a
set this weekend?
I saw that one. The skiff or whatever it is. Yeah.
Is it retired? I don't know.
Piece of junk.
John or anyone else who didn't get a chance, did you have a quick thought on, a thought for your number one rule for collecting? Something different than we said?
Oh, it's the same thing. Just try to use some restraint.
Restraint. That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Try to. I didn't. I don't think any of us did. No. So we're like, preaching to the choir when we talk about this stuff, really. But try to use some restraint.
Because think about it. Like if you're collecting like loose graded figures and you're going for like the Kenner run, the minute you buy one Lily Letty because it looks cool, then you're like, I have to have all of them. And then all of a sudden, then you start buying all the Lily Lettys. Mm-hmm. And then you start getting into like the Spanish and the POC and the PBPs. And you're like, oh, wow, this paint color.
I remember when you were doing that. Remember when you were going to buy them? Like, I'm going to get every version. We're like,
yeah. Brandon, I did.
You don't have them anymore.
Yeah, his wife threw him in the garbage. Yeah. Here's a good question from Gus or among Gus. How do you know the current value of items? Is it just by watching the groups? Pretty much. I mean, the number one thing that I see people over the years telling anyone who asks this question is, well, go to eBay and look at the sold listings and look for multiple and kind of take an average and 13%, on top of that, eBay takes all that, those are the kind of things that I see mostly. But I think we generally are staying on top of, groups a little bit looser, maybe lately, but that's where we see what things are selling for, right?
Don't judge certain values based on live sales. Those are not the way to judge value on auctions, live auctions. Don't do that.
Even when someone like throws out a price and they go, but look on eBay, it's sold for $700 and it's a live auction. A live auction, even on eBay, means absolutely nothing because the auction could have ended at 3:00 in the morning when no one went on and bid. And so when something ends stupid cheap, it doesn't mean that that's just the price. It just means that guy got a great deal on it. That's all that, means.
Or it also could have been inflated because, the story is
shill bidding.
the shill bidding, and the story also is that a lot of people settle bets on eBay.
Settle
really?
bets? What does that mean?
Yeah, you haven't heard this?
No.
Like when you've never seen like a Darth Vader case with a bunch of beaters go for like $1,500.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, that's usually because somebody owes somebody else money, and they use eBay as a form of money laundering.
Wow.
Wow, I've never even thought about that.
Yep.
That's probably the smartest thing you've ever said on this show. Not in a bad way. I mean, in a good way.
No.
It's actually really smart.
It's actually really making me think about that. Like that's actually wow.
If you see something and it's like, how in the world did that go for $700? Well, that person probably owed the seller $700 for whatever, for something else, for bets or whatever.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I've read some stuff about that. Very interesting.
You use Star Wars toys for that?
These everything for that.
Well, anything, yeah.
Yeah.
I know, but it's just such a weird thing.
Yep. Josh says. Yep.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. I had no clue. I never thought about that. Like,
Right.
Corey B.
All right. Jim Fredericks is here. Welcome. Thanks for watching. Appreciate that.
Hey, Jim.
Question for everyone. What is the favorite piece in each of your personal collections? I think we've done a little bit of this, but happy to revisit real quick, or a quick round robin. John, how about you?
Let's see Shane's rock.
Let's see his rock.
His pet rock.
My favorite piece is not here at the shop; it's at the house. But my favorite piece is the custom B-wing pilot that Shane made for me.
Oh, thank you very much.
That's so cute.
I'm serious. It is. It's my favorite piece.
You guys are so cute.
Charles drove over his in the driveway. Chris flushed his down the toilet, and Brandon threw his into the Pacific Ocean.
I still have mine.
Mine's on display.
Mine's on display.
Mine's on display.
All I ask is you never ever tell me what you've done with it after it's gone. Fun. If I'm gonna go with like an actual collectible, it would be an answer I've given before would be the Black Series Leia that I got, because that was the first thing that I got to collect as an adult. Collect anything, Leia. So that's one piece that got me into sitting here today. So that's kind of my favorite.
Everyone knows what mine is.
Toxic Limbs Bosk.
No.
Oh.
He doesn't have that anymore.
No, I don't think he doesn't have any personal collection.
Lily Letty Overstock Prune Face.
Oh.
The head.
No, the whole body.
Oh, the
braided
whole
head.
I have the whole thing.
What about the
that's right,
bag
that's right.
of 10 of them that I found for you?
I'll buy all 10.
No, but I'm saying, remember the 10 prune faces smashed in a bag together? Like a store, it was like a store bag?
Yes.
Yeah, the KB bag.
Yeah.
KB multi-pack.
That thing still pisses me off because I told you I sent it in for grading.
Oh, that's right.
And they told me that it was fake. And every single baggie guy that has been around for a long time has seen those 10-pack baggies exist.
Yeah.
Never for a prune face, but they've seen it for other figures that came from a factory, and CAS just refuses to grade it for me.
Wow.
They won't do it.
It was such a cool item.
Yeah.
It was a weird item too, because it's like, who would ever walk into a KB Toys as a kid
and buy a 10-pack
and buy 10 prune faces in a bag?
And the seller who sold it to me on eBay is actually like a very known seller on eBay, and all he sells is pre-production pieces and very rare stuff. So, and none of his stuff is, at least as far as I know, has been fake, which is why, again, I'm thinking that this thing has to be real.
Right. Yeah. Charles, what about you? Favorite piece?
I think my favorite piece is the Lego Knights of Ren.
Oh, okay. That's cool. I
showed that on a prior episode.
Yeah. I wish we got more of them in the movie. I've heard rumors that they might revisit that as a show, which
It would
you
be
could
cool.
kind of see, right? They could go in
yeah.
a couple different places with that.
Yeah,
Brandon,
definitely.
how about you?
Some of the Star Wars artwork that my children have done for me would probably be some of my favorite pieces in my personal collection. If we're talking about figures and stuff themselves, it would be my vintage figures that I had from when I was a kid that my son got to play with for a little while until I realized he was losing them. So
I wish I had my vintage figures too.
I have one from when I was a kid.
I will never, if I get rid of everything that I have that's Star Wars related, I'll always keep my childhood
Well,
stuff.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's not what Charles did to you with the taco shop.
I would have
I
kept
wish I
mine
had mine too. I wish I had mine also, but
Christopher
go
sells
back in
something.
time.
Somebody was hungry.
Oh, I'll sell something right now.
So Brandon has to give what he's drinking to Charles and Christopher so they can go back in time and get their Star Wars figures back. And they'll drink some Red Bull and come back to today.
$50. $50.
$50.
Pathetic.
For tacos, Taco Bell,
A whole box.
Del Taco.
Christopher,
Uncle Vic
Todd
had
wants you to sell something live right now.
I mean, I don't have anything on me right this very second.
He's
but
got to
I-
go remove it from his wife's pillowcase.
Anybody want an absolutely mint yak face with no staff?
Yes.
For how much?
$3.75.
Sold. I'll take it.
Shane bit me.
I've been
Three.
saying for months now that I need one.
You don't have yak face?
I need a mint one. I have one with rubs, like a
Oh
bunch
my
of rubs.
God.
You want to hear a fun fact? I don't have one at all.
Really?
I don't
I
have
have
a
one,
yak
but he
face
beat up
or
a little
an
bit.
imperial dignitary.
I'm going to be listing a yak face for sale. He has like 2 little specks on the back boot. Otherwise, he's, CAS would grade this thing 107. Easily. 107. So.
I don't know. See if you can judge what it looks like.
We're gonna do a live grading right now. Oh my!
yeah,
that thing,
degraded plastic.
Yeah, that looked like it came out of someone's,
It's gone.
Yeah, mine's in pretty bad shape too.
I mean, it's actually not as bad as I thought it was.
No,
but
but the torso looks a little discolored.
Yeah, I can see SLC on it too. So
It's gonna be like a 70. 70.
All right, Chris, you just sold a yak face.
There's no staff.
That's all right. I got the staff here.
It's a $22 piece.
Yeah.
I got
All right.
you, Steph. Hey.
So there you go, Todd. Your wish was fulfilled. How about that?
380.
Live on 5 Idiots Talking Toys. Get out of here. Adam Gothard wants a live sale, so we'll have to do a live sale soon in Rogue 5 Toys. If you guys go over to rogue5toys.com, it'll get you to our Facebook group. Chris is selling a huge collection of vintage stuff right now, piece by piece, international stuff, hard to find stuff, box stuff in acrylic cases, custom acrylic cases. So definitely join us at Rogue 5 Toys. Brandon is a live seller there as well. So now that the summer is winding down, I guarantee you'll see
2 of the 5.
I guarantee you'll see some live sales soon. Now that the summer is winding down. Kyle, yeah, you have a lot of stuff going on in the summer. It's been a while. Yeah,
Please join us.
I'm laughing at Josh's comment saying a degraded Joe Camel.
It's so true. Looks just like Joe Camel.
Please join us on Rogue 2 Toys.
Rogue 2, yeah. It's the Chris and Brandon show.
Yeah, the Friday nights. I have a whole entire cabinet here full of stuff ready to go on live sale. That's not part of my collection, but I kind of have been enjoying staring at it for the summer.
I got a question for people. Does anybody other than Jameson Graybill collect Power of the Force 2?
I'm sure.
I was talking to somebody today, a guy I picked up a collection from, and he's like, I feel like there's a resurgence in Power of the Force 2 stuff. Like it's starting to pick up again, and people are
I hope so.
wanting to buy it. And
I
was
hope
like,
so.
yeah, I think it is.
Open it up.
I think Power of the Force 2 is like the number one factor that helped pump Vintage up as much as it has, because it like when they re-released it 10 years later, it just brought everyone back to like their childhood. And I know for me, I love the Power of the Force 2 line. I don't care if they look crazy and Leia looks ugly and they're all muscular. I love the whole Power of the Force 2 line. I really do. And I wish to God I can collect them. I just don't have the space for it.
The ones that I sold today are going to get graded. He wants to do a full graded orange card and green card line. Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah. Good luck holding on to all those.
If anybody's looking for some, we have plenty on shopthevaultonline.com.
Shop the Vault.
John sells nothing.
I think.
on Rogue 5
I
toys
don't.
anymore.
No.
Yeah,
No.
it's all Shop the Vault
Yeah.
online.
We actually kicked John off the page, and Rula is just Rogue 5 now. Walden's just gone.
Maybe that's why people think they're the same person.
Probably.
One John, for another John. That Power of the Force 2 thing completely missed me, because when did that come out? 95?
95.
I mean,
97.
Yeah, I mean, I was 17 when it came out. I was like finishing high school, getting ready for college. I had no interest in that whatsoever, and I'm one of those people that now see those figures and I'm like, God, these are hideous. Like not all of them, but you see like some of those Han Solos where he's like Arnold Schwarzenegger, and you're like,
they got better with the Power of the Force line, or the Power of the Jedi line, I think is what it's called. They did end up getting a lot better on the molds.
I mean, when they came out with the Shadows of the Empire, like how cool were those Shadows of the Empire figures? I love those figures.
Mm-hmm.
Like for me, and I had no clue what those were, but I was like, wow, these are amazing.
Was that Zizor, Mara Jade, and
Prince Zizor?
No, Mara Jade was the expanded universe.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's Prince Zizor. There was a Luke in like
Dash
a
Rendar.
Red battle gear.
Dash. Was it Dash?
Dash Rendar.
Yeah, Dash Rendar.
Dash Rendar.
Yeah, I picked up the Luke today, and a Dash Rendar that are like perfect. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Adam Gothard, thank you very much for the super chat.
Thank you, Adam.
All right, Adam.
Shout out to Adam. Thank you. Much appreciated. Guys, as you see in the bottom of the screen, if you like the content that we put out, I know we're kind of just sitting here shooting the shiz tonight. No major goal or topic, but thanks for hanging out with us. If you appreciate the content, please go to patreon.com/5idiotstalkingtoys, and you can support the show there. We have it set up so you can choose your amount that you want to support the show. We do not have, you don't have to sign up for $10, $15, $20. It's whatever you pick. So please go on over there and check it out. If you would like to support the show, we're going to give you extra content. You're going to get some extra episodes like 5 Idiots After Dark, some commentary on some of the shows that are out now, some unfiltered commentary on Ahsoka, maybe things like that. But you're also going to get early access to the regular content we put out, so you can watch it before anybody else does. Thank you very much,
John Stormtrooper.
Oh yeah.
Yes, the Adam Gothard
custom
Stormtrooper. Yeah, it's on there.
What we want is
Shadows of the Empire collection. Yeah.
Yeah, imagine if they make a Shadows of the Empire movie.
Oh, they actually had a Leia Bush one too, right?
Yeah, Leia Bush was on Shadows.
Yeah, that's the only card she came out on, if I remember correctly. Or she came out on a green card after? I don't know.
Green card.
Maybe, yeah, I think it was a green card.
Was it the same mold?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah. I wasn't familiar with what the order was, so I answered incorrectly on a recent episode. But yeah, I have both carded and I have one loose back here.
Did she have Frida Kahlo face?
I kind of, yeah. It's not attractive.
No Frida, you don't know Frida Kahlo?
Is there a Frito Lay over there?
She's the unibrow, right?
She's the artist from
yeah.
She's a cubist. Never mind.
Yeah, she's from like Argentina or South America.
No idea who that is. Frito Lay.
Whoa, Ken Merch just sent us a super chat.
Wow. All right.
Oh.
Thanks, Ken.
Thank you, Ken.
Oh, Kyle's talking
Yeah.
about racing people for Power of the Force. Gotcha. Yeah, when they came out in Toys R Us. Ken Mertz. Yes, thank you, Ken. Much appreciated.
Thank you, Ken.
Thanks.
Thanks,
I'm
Ken.
I'm actually saving Ken on shipping. If he buys anything, I'll just meet up with him in person. So thanks, Ken.
All right.
Does he live in Long Island?
No, he doesn't live on Long Island. Let's just say he lives close by.
Ah,
I don't want to give away anyone's
Short
address.
Island.
he lives on the Short Island.
Short Island,
Yeah.
New York.
Same old both cards. Oh, the vault doesn't like the cut of your jib, Brandon.
Yeah.
John sells live every day.
Well, that was John actually typing it. So John.
John has
keep your
an
fingers
entire
on the screen. How dare you?
What?
John has an entire posse in the chat.
He's got an entourage.
He must have his entire family is in the chat right now because everyone is just pro John, pro everything he says. That's impossible.
You know how like those like music stars, rock stars, and movie stars walk around with all those people, and you can't get close to them if you're, it's like John has, and then like on Twitter they have like, there's been different like pop singers who have their little groups and they have names for them, like the Little Monsters for Lady Gaga. He's got his whole Little Monsters in the background. Chris, could you sing Poker Face for us real quick?
That's exactly what I was doing. That's exactly what I was doing.
All right. Matt wants to know. Oh, sorry, John. Go ahead.
I was just going to show this one. What?
There you go. Yeah. How long do you have to be a Patron to get to that point?
You'll definitely get some kind of pipe in the picture.
Josh Crouch, are you trying to blow my mind right now?
There was a variant.
I think he's just being a smart ass.
I actually really hope that Josh is just lying so he gets Shane all happy right now.
So I'll be on eBay after this going,
I'm
what?
looking for an unpainted thumb.
I love it.
Yeah. You know what we should do? It just jumped into my head. Next time we have a live show,
Go to sleep?
We
Okay.
should do a wins
Chris
and whiff
is
segment. We should do a wins and whiff segment during the live.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know?
okay.
Fill 20, 25 minutes and talk about our stuff. That'll be good. All right. So what do you guys think? Should we start winding it down? This is a lengthy one.
Yeah. We should wind it down.
All right.
It's been a long one.
You got to wind it back 45 minutes.
I want to go list some more items for sale. So
I've been watching. Just so you guys know, I've been watching like a hawk, waiting for something to pop up in Chris. I've been refreshing Rogue 5 toys. I've been changing the order from most relevant to newest posts.
don't claim it. You can't claim it.
I'm not claiming it, but I'm waiting to see you working in the middle of this live stream.
No claiming.
I haven't seen anything.
I haven't done anything.
No, he's been a good boy. All right, guys, I think that's going to do it for this live stream. Another fun one on a Sunday night. We're heading into the fall season right now. Please go to 5idiotstalkingtoys.com for all of our links. Our Patreon is there. Our merch shop is there. You can find all of our socials. Please follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok. We put up some custom stuff there. YouTube shorts are always flying out as well. So while you're following us and subscribing here on YouTube, we appreciate that. Keep an eye out for the shorts also. We put up clips of stuff that don't make it onto our show for various reasons. It's better as a clip and a short. Thank you very much for being here. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, and comment. I know you're commenting now in the live chat, but this video is going to get posted as soon as we sign off. Head over to the channel and comment what you thought about the episode. Share it with people that haven't seen it, and we'll see you here next time on 5 Idiots Talking Toys. Thanks for hanging. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Is it over?